Getting people to talk to you is really hard. No one really wants to do things like fill out questionnaires and go to focus groups and things like that. Even when you're saying, you want online submissions, and we can't get online submissions unless you come to this focus group and tell me about it, but still no one wants to turn up. So that's really, really difficult. And particularly with my project, a lot of staff are against online submissions, so they don't really want to reply to your emails and things like that because they don't want to encourage it. Yeah, that's probably the biggest problem, trying to get people to respond to you and help you.
The biggest challenge is definitely trying to get people to take my survey. Nobody wants to take the survey. There's so many surveys circulating now on the university emails, so I've just had to force the people to take my survey and use incentives such as Amazon gift cards and begging.
I haven't had that many challenges. Well, maybe especially now in semester 2, being organised with uni work and this at the same time, it's sometimes been a bit difficult because there's been a lot of things that I've had to be working on at the same time, and then some of the staff members didn't exactly follow the instructions that were given to them, and they didn't set the tutorial times for their tutees, but they sent out an email saying that if you could sign up for a tutorial session, and that goes against everything we planned, so that was a bit problematic. But as far as I'm concerned, it was only one member of staff, so...
The biggest challenge, I admit, I took a lot on last year, a lot. And I think the biggest challenge was trying to keep the Student Fellow scheme up and going alongside the actual, year 2 back then, year 2 work, and then trying to do every other project under the sun. I was working in a group as part of a volunteering module, and tutoring in a school, and all those things took up time. But then again, I look back and think, actually, I wouldn't have changed that experience for the world, because when you were, obviously when engaging with the Student Fellows project, you could actually take some of those practices and implement them elsewhere. And you'll be surprised, actually, how those learning styles and things that are talked about in the Student Fellows project are actually implemented in society and in community projects. So I guess it was like doing the Student Fellows project as well as every other course module on location, if you like. I think that's pretty much the way I think I've gone through the Student Fellows project is actually not just sort of sitting behind the computer. In fact, finding the time to sit behind the computer was a luxury. It was actually engaging with people, talking it through with people, and getting involved in projects, and then implementing those strategies as we continued.
The biggest challenges as a student fellow would be engaging with the students, I guess, because they have kind of their other commitments and stuff. The biggest challenge is kind of engaging with them to give you good feedback. One of the challenges that we had to overcome in our project, we did an online survey, but unfortunately not many students kind of participated with it for one reason or another. So we delivered another kind of hard copy survey, and they seemed to engage with that a lot more, so we're very appreciative of their feedback.